Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will see how to learn a Linux distribution like Ubuntu on a Windows system. Historically, to do that, we needed a virtual machine or a software like VirtualBox to install or to run a Linux system on a Windows machine, or we used to do the dual boot. But that's no longer needed. WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux handles everything. So WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux allows us to run Linux distributions on a Windows system without needing any virtual machine or VirtualBox. It also helps to run softwares which are developed to run natively on the Linux. So we can run, for example, Cassandra, Kafka, or Docker containers quickly on a Windows system because they will be running on the WSL or the underlying Linux kernel. So let's start and see how to activate WSL on a Windows system and how to install Ubuntu on a Windows system. The easiest way to do that is go to the search option and look for this feature, turn Windows features on or off. If you click this one, here you can see many features listed in this wizard. Just scroll down and find where it says Windows Subsystem for Linux. So as you can see, I have already activated, so this is selected, but for your case, it will be deselected. What you need to do, simply select this option. Once you select it, once you check the checkbox, there will be a wizard, a pop-up menu that will install some required dependencies and it will ask you to restart the system. Just restart the system and come back to the video and we will see how to proceed further after that. Okay. So my system has been restarted. Next, we will verify if the WSL was enabled or not. To do that, open the command prompt, run as administrator and simply run this command. WSL-L-V. If I run this, it says that Windows Subsystem for Linux has no installed distribution. That means WSL has been enabled, but there is no distribution installed. To do that, we can go to Microsoft Store, we can search for Ubuntu and we can install the Ubuntu. So let's do that. If I open the store and if I search Ubuntu, I get this application, this app, and it says install a complete Ubuntu terminal environment in minutes with Windows Subsystem for Linux. We have already activated WSL, so let's simply install the Ubuntu app. Now that the installation is complete, let's open Ubuntu. It opens a PowerShell which says that WSL register distribution failed and WSL2 requires an update to its kernel component. That means it didn't work for some reason, so let's visit this link and see if there are steps to install it. I have opened the same link from the command prompt and it says that we need to download the latest package to update the Linux kernel for WSL2. So let's do that. Once the MSI is downloaded, just open the MSI file and follow the installation process. This is now complete. Once the installation is complete, move on to the next step, setting WSL2 as your default version. So let's do that. I can simply copy the command to set the default WSL to WSL2. It now says that please enable the virtual machine platform Windows feature, which must be this option, enable virtual machine feature. I'm going to run this command first, which will enable the virtual machine feature. Okay. Restart your machine to complete the WSL install and update to WSL2. We need to restart the machine after this step. So let's do that and I'll come back. The system has been restarted. After the restart, I simply went to the search menu and searched for Ubuntu. And when I clicked on that icon, this PowerShell opened up, and now we need to provide user related information. So let's do that. It says enter new Unix username. So I'm going to provide my username, new password, and that's it. We have a Linux working on my Windows system. And that's it. If you see, it says welcome to Ubuntu 22.04.2 LTS. It means we have this version of Ubuntu installed on a Windows system. So I'm going to exit this command prompt and will open the Ubuntu again from the start menu. That's not required, but that's just to show how to open the Ubuntu. So here from the start menu, just search Ubuntu and you'll get the Ubuntu app listed down here. Simply click on this and it will open the command prompt again. This is a fully running Linux environment in command line form. So there is no UI, there is no user interface. This is just a terminal, Linux terminal Ubuntu, and we can do everything that we want to do with this environment. The command prompt is available to us, but let's create a text file maybe. Open this file and this is empty. If I write something to it and open it again, we see the content. So we can do everything with this Linux environment using this command line prompt. Thanks for watching.